chat on here, and I have to turn it off here. There we go. Sorry if this is wobbling a little bit. It's on a wonky kind of tripod. You guys are Life with the Wolfies, and you guys are our half acre homestead. Now, if you don't see the questions or comments that I'm answering, it's because I'm live streaming simultaneously on 2 channels. Okay, so I'm just waiting for this one to start. And I have some announcements to make. So, yay! That's part of the announcement. Why is there we go. Okay, so here comes our half acre homestead. Live chat. Let me just pop this chat out. Wait, I gotta wait for this to go live. There's obviously a delay, right? I know I look washed out in this camera. It's because you've got my overhead desk light over top. So why am I not? Hey, Lacey Black. I'm not going to be able to say hi to absolutely everybody. Seashell, we missed you last night. How are you? Hi, Corey. What the heck's going on here? Why isn't this recording or doing its thing? Anyway, so I'm going to say hi to everybody. Well, I'm not going to say hi to everybody because I've got 2 things going at once here. So, hey, Ninja Clan Kathy, Cindy's home, Mama Dukes, Kathy Pinkstaff, Seashell, Aloha, Sherry Leach, Edie Murray, Lacey Black, Living Faith Homestead, Sherry Leach, Gothic, Carla Quinlan Smith, Dana Baker, Sherry Leach, Sharon Attic. How's everybody doing? I still don't understand why. Hang on a second, folks. I have to back up here for a second. This should be live. All right. There we go. There we go. Stop. I needed to pause it because I don't want it to be interrupted. Okay. All right. Now, let's do this. Oh, stops. All right. Let's pop out the chat here so I can see your chat at our half acre homestead. And I'm reading the chat on here. It started to snow in southern Ontario. Hopefully it's done tonight. It's snowing here now too. It's been snowing lightly for about the last half hour. Hey, Pamela, how's it going? Grammy Karen, Chandy Shaw. Hi, Mary from Indiana, Ninja Clan Kathy. Okay, didn't I just see you on the other one? It's snowing pretty much all day here. Well, it's starting here, and it's that kind of really fine snow that you can barely see it falling, but it accumulates really quick. Hey, Steven! Yes, we're getting snow. It started about an hour or so ago. Are you getting snow? Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. We got some yesterday or last night, and now we're getting more. So I'm making sloppy joes tonight. Nothing fancy. Just caught you before I have to go to work. Okay, Catherine, we'll drive carefully and have a good day, darling. Got my list today. Okay, this is what I want to, I'm going to make some announcements here. And I'll write them down, okay? For all, please pay attention. Anybody who has requested to participate in the Seeds of Hope seed exchange. I am replying to your original email, but you're not going to see it coming from me. If you live in the U.S., the name on the account that you're receiving it from is USA, first name, last name, Hope. And the Canadian one, which I haven't even started yet, is the Canadian person's name on the account that you're receiving it from is SOH, first name, last name, COD. And Euro is SOHEUR. So you're not going to see Mrs. Wolfie Connected Hearts, anything like that. You're going to get this weird ass name. So please, check your spam folders. Now, I have, can you close that bathroom door, dear?
Oh, I guess.
Thank you, dear. Okay, well, shut the door. We don't want to be hearing you have a shower while you're in there. Give people ideas. Okay. All right. So if you see an odd name come up in your email address and it's a reply, put two and two together. If it says Hope USA, that means Seeds of Hope. That's your Seeds of Hope. If it says SOHCAD, that's your Canadian. I have not done the Canadian yet. And if you see SOHEUR as the name, that's Europe. Okay. Now, next, please pay attention if you have requested to be in the Seeds of Hope exchange. Okay. I have mailed out $102 or 103 lists in the last week. They're all for the USA, except, see all these highlighted in orange? The highlighted in orange are my folks who said they wanted to be added to countries outside of their own. You guys are going to be last, because once I go through the Canadian list, I'm going to be adding any of those folks onto there. So everybody who said, I am willing to send outside my seeds and cards outside my country, you're going to get your list last. Okay. Now, one final announcement for the Seeds of Hope Seed Exchange. I'm only one person. Next, Christmas time, I'll get help. Okay. But for the moment, I need Wanda Haskell. I need these 4 people to email me at, oh crap. I need you guys to email me, Michelle, do you know the email address for the USA folks? Hang on a second, folks. I got this. Give me a second here. All right. Email. I've got many emails, folks, because I use them for different things. Okay. seedsofUSA@gmail.com. There it is. Okay, let's get this back up. Let's restore the chat. Pop it back out. This is why I don't like to. Okay, here we go. All right, no. All right. Okay, so seedsofUSA@gmail.com. These people, you need to email me at that email address. So I have lost your email address. And if I don't have your email address, I cannot put you in the Seeds of Hope exchange. Do you understand? So I'm saying your name, but I'm not saying your full address. But you folks need to get emails to me in the next couple of days so that I have your email address, or you're not going to be able to participate. I've lost your email address somehow. And that is Annette Saxman of Leonidas. Okay. Email me at seedsofUSA@gmail.com. Terry McKinney of Maple Red Lane. Email me at seedsofUSA@gmail.com. Okay. Erica Hilliard from Manser Drive. Please email me at seedsofUSA@gmail.com. And Wanda Haskell, email me anything. Okay. At seedsofUSA@gmail.com. Email me anything. Just say, hey, I'm so-and-so. You asked me to email you so that I can send you your list and put you in the exchange. Okay. I don't want anybody coming back saying, I didn't get my list. If you didn't get your list, it's not for lack of me trying. Okay? If you didn't get your list, it's because I don't somehow have lost your email address. B, you entered after the 14th of January and we're excluded. Okay? Or, yeah, that's pretty much it. You didn't make it in on time. You either didn't make it in by January 14th, you sent it to the wrong email, or I've lost your email address. Either way, if you have not been notified yet, I'm giving myself till the 28th to get it all done. Hey, Lola Granola, Kathy Ponder, Luann Wilson. So, okay, does everybody understand what I'm saying? Those 4 people need to email me. Annette Saxman, Terry McKinney, Erica Hilliard, and Wanda Haskell. You need to email me at seedsofusa@gmail.com so that I can, I'm trying not to exclude anybody. And again, I'm going to say this one more time. If you didn't get it, it's because A, you entered too late. B, you sent it to the wrong email address. And that's pretty much it, right? Hey, Linda Willitson, Bluegrass Pinky. Hey, how's it going? One day at a time, sweet Jesus, one day at a time. So that's what's, I bought my first canner. I have 0 canning experience. Any advice will be helpful for a newbie canner on training wheels. Okay, Chandy, tell me, what kind of canner did you buy? Did you buy a boil bath canner or did you buy a pressure canner? Very big distinction. I'm sorry. My thoughts are with you. Try to keep positive and don't give up the fight. Who are we talking about here? If you're asking me, I'm almost over my fibro flare. It was a really short one. I'm really, really lucky it was a short one because it started Friday actually started Thursday. Natalie, my friend Natalie corroborated with me that I was starting to get muddled or fibro fog on Thursday when I did my live. And then by about 3:00 Friday, I was like, oh yeah, this is not good. If I want to survive through the weekend and into Monday, Tuesday, I got to nip this fibro flare in the bud. So what I did, and not nip it in the butt, nip it in the bud, like pinch the buds off. Oh, thank you, Kathy. It's my, she was diagnosed with bone cancer. Miss Lori, Miss Lori who? Where are we going here? All right, somebody reiterate. Lori Lazor McChesney, can you please pray for me? I was just diagnosed with bone cancer on Friday. Absolutely. And even if I don't see that, everybody here and everybody else is lifted up in our prayers, right? So yes, but you requesting it means it's put out there and we've read it and out loud. So therefore, hi, Linda Bob. It's okay, sweetie. Absolutely. And I'm so sorry. But you know what? It's, cancer these days is not necessarily a death sentence. So please, please, please keep up a positive attitude and do absolutely everything you can to move forward and beat it. It's that simple. You just gotta do it. Whoops, excuse me. Sorry in my back. Okay. Hey, Tammy. So yeah, absolutely, we'll keep you in our prayers. Okay, Presto 23-quart pressure canner. Okay, Chandri. Seashell. is going to give you a playlist. You know what? You're just going to have to go to Our Half Acre Homestead and Google, look through my home economics videos. Okay. Look through my gardening, look through 2022. You'll see everything that I can. And I'm pretty thorough with giving instructions. How are you, Tammy? I am feeling much better. How was the symphony? Oh, it was amazing. Now, I am not huge on da 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 da, but the thing is if I was just going for the music, I wouldn't have been disappointed. But I was going for the experience, right? And I was going for the Howie and I went for the experience of live symphony music. So I'm surprised Howie didn't fall asleep, because every time we went to visit my dad, he would have the symphony radio station on after supper, or if we weren't watching TV, he'd be listening to the radio. Dad didn't really watch much TV till after supper, right? And so while we were all upstairs, Dad had the old Pioneer stereo rocking CBC symphony music, right? And Howie, 4:00, I gotta go to bed. Why? I'm tired. It was the music. It was just, hey, Howie, it was always putting you to sleep. So I'm surprised. You just met the Queen of Canning. Who? What's her name, Stephen? One day at a time. Thank you for asking. Well, that's I'm trying to hit everybody. So the whole concert was about the experience of it. Howie and I have been to Highland Games. We've been to rock concerts. We've been to folk concerts. We've been to concerts at fairs. Live music. That is something Howie, well, he didn't introduce me to, but he made sure I got my fill. Right? And he's still pushing. But this is something we've never done before. So we went, and it was a wonderful experience. You're the reason I'm pressure canning. I learned everything from you. I have been busy canning 160 pounds of chicken. I saw that. Well, didn't you post that on Facebook? Tanya, didn't you post that on Facebook that you got all this chicken on sale? So anyway, the experience of it is that we're listening to music we all know, we've all heard, but we're live and in an acoustically great place, right? The Art Center. And it wasn't just the music, it was watching every single one. Not every member of the orchestra plays at the same time. They all have their own parts, some at the same time, some at not. Sometimes it's all of them, right? But every person who was in that orchestra, no matter how small or big their part was a rock star. Rock star. I don't recommend canning dairy. I really don't. That's all I'm going to say on that. No, Sherry, I'm on 2 channels. I'm on Our Half Acre Homestead and Life with the Wolfies. Spell back in December. I think somebody had it, got everyone else going. Oh, don't even get me started. So every person in that orchestra and the conductor just made my day. I got to say this. When I was a kid, I used to put on, Tchaikovsky and the Nutcracker Suite on my parents' stereo. They had a cabinet stereo. And I would stand in the dining room and I would conduct, right? That conductor brought back that memory because he was just so every single person who was a part of that orchestra, from the tiniest flute who sat there through most of Beethoven's Fifth to the conductor, absolutely were rocking every moment they were in that symphony. It was just a wonder to see. And then there's the realization that every instrument present, violins, violas, bass fiddles, cellos, trombones, oboes, different kinds of flutes, French horns, big tub drum. Every single one of those instruments had to be written for. So this is where the brilliance of composers come in. And Beethoven's Fifth, Beethoven wrote the music for each specific instrument in the entire orchestra. That, watching these people rock on and listening to it, gave me a brand new appreciation for just how brilliant conductors are. So, hey, Michelle, Hope, Doris, Bluegrass, Dinah. So Mary Lindsay, we have Purdue. Hey, Amirs, how's it going? I'm sorry if I don't see everybody. I am simultaneously living on 2 channels, so I'm trying to look at chat, and if these cameras start bouncing, it's because they're on wonky tripods. Listening to Anne of Green Gables book 1 by you has made things easier the last few days. Well, what's going on, Angie? I'm glad. I'm really glad. And Tuesday is my recording day, so I'm going to try and record 5 chapters of Anne's House of Dreams on Tuesday, and then edit them throughout the week while I'm working on my other channels. It's a wonder if the human brain, I think the same when I read, right? I'm going to the other channel at the same time. Okay. I look so freaking cute. Okay. Thank you. Come on, guys. Did you not see my Facebook post of the hatchet-faced woman with the big old prairie bonnet and figure like a sack of potatoes tied in the center, and she got a chicken under her arm? And the story goes, cute's out, boys. Men want women who can catch a chicken. Don't matter what she look like. Internal cat scratch infection. I'm getting over. My boss had his appendix rupture. Oh my, how do you get an internal cat scratch fever? I'm ahead on our half-acre homestead. Oh, okay. Did you get any snow, or is it coming? It snowed last night and it's snowing now. I'm not sure where they get it from, but when there are deals, I get them. I got 80 pounds of breast so far canned, 40 of it. Then the IGA posted their sale on Facebook. IGA, so that's Canada, right? Whoa. Send me that link. Just put 4 pumpkin pies in the oven. Oh, I know cat scratch fever is very real. I'm wondering how you get it internally. I just baked a turkey pan full of cream of mushroom chicken breast. Would it be okay to can? Is there dairy in that? Because I'm going to say portion it up and freeze it. I know there's people out there who put breadcrumbs in their meatballs when they can them. I know there's people out there who can butter and milk. And I know there's people out there who can milk products like, Swedish meatballs and cream of mushroom soup. No. Hey, Angie, we just got in from building some walls in the log cabin. Hopefully it will be in this summer. Glad I caught you. Angie, will you email me your channel, please, so I can plug it? Are you still doing your channel? Because I want to tell everybody. I want everybody to see what you guys do every day, because we don't do all that anymore. Although I'm probably getting a few chickens this year. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Just got done harvesting pumpkin seeds. I cooked the rest up for the cats we feed. Okay. It's this account. Okay. Me and you acres. I will look it up and okay, hang on a second. Give me a second here. Say that again. My and you acres. Oops. Ah. Oh no. My keyboard just went wonky. Hang on. I have a tool for that. My keyboard, I got a key stuck. Where's my tool? There's my tool. Hang on. Nobody panic. Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, guys. I'm having a problem with my keyboard here. Where did that thing go? Here you are. I have to pull a key. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to take apart my keyboard real soon because it's full of dog hair and ashes and herbs and... Okay, let's put you back on. Grand little tool for pulling keys off it. But, okay. All right, I've lost my... Okay, here we are. Restore chat. Forget it. I'll look after. I'll look after. Okay, pop out chat. Sorry, guys. I go to do something nice for somebody, and then all of a sudden my computer decides, no, you're not. Pay attention to what you're doing. Mine doesn't have a gauge, so I'm not sure how to know what temp to keep the canner on. Well, that's pretty easy. You got a jiggler, right? Depending on what jiggler you have, your jiggler, if you don't have a gauge, you bring the can up to pressure till it's spouting a steady stream of steam. You vent that for 10 minutes. Do not lower or skip the venting process. Then when it's vented, you put your weight on. And the first time it goes, holy shit! Then you turn your canner down between medium and maximum till it either gives you a slow rocking motion. Now remember, it's gonna, if you're on an electric stove, it's going to take time to cool down a bit. But you either get a slow rocking motion, or it just sits there and goes. But every, minute and a half. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Use a 10 or 15 pound weight depending on your elevation. Thank you for that, Charles. Yes, you have to read the instructions on your canner. If you do not have instructions for your canner, then you can download them and print them off. Very important stuff, the instructions for your canner. Always follow the manufacturer's directions. Now, if you live 1,000 feet or more above sea level, I always can on 10 pounds pressure. But if you live 1,000 feet or more, I'm close. I'm like 800 and some there. But if you live 1,000 feet or more above sea level, you're probably going to need a 15 pound weight. Check your manufacturer's directions. Okay? Yeah, it's probably 15 pounds. Probably, but please check your manufacturer's directions. Well, thank you, Tammy. I'm just, it's been a rough couple of days, and I just happened to be... Hey, Austin. Are you going to read the children's book like Charlotte Webb? I don't know. I have to read what's in the, I can never remember what it's called. There is a list I'm allowed to read publicly, and then there's a list that has copyright issues. So I would love to. But I really loved Charlotte's Web until I became a homesteader. And then I realized that there is, again, somebody trying to divide us from our food by humanizing animals. Yes, animals need to be treated with love and dignity and respect right up until they're slapped down beside you, beside your potatoes. Okay? But for God's sakes, don't give them, never lose sight of the fact that they are going on in your freezer. Pigs are not pets unless it's a little pig, like a bacon bit pig, and them little. So anyway, hey Joe Mama, honey, how are you feeling, darling? So I mean, I loved the book Charlotte's Web, and I love spiders. I don't know when I stopped being terrified of spiders. They startle me. I don't know when I stopped being, I think it was the deck spider, the couple of years running where she'd come out. She'd have her big pillow of eggs under, and I never used to terrify me. And then I realized she's just a mom, right? I didn't say don't name them. I didn't say don't name them. I'm just saying don't humanize them. They have feelings. They deserve love, dignity, and respect. But don't forget what they're there for, right? I kind of think spiders are cool. But when I read Charlotte's Web and then I became a homesteader, it's a whole other ballgame, man. Howie and I had to literally come to a place, and that's where I started before YouTube. I started a blog called My Half Acre Homestead, or Our Half Acre Homestead. It's on Blogspot. Anyway, and I had to convince Howie, because where we came from before, never name your food. I'm not, yeah, name my food. All my pigs were named pork, chop, bacon, ham, red. My steer was red because he was red. He had a red coat and he was red meat. And I only named the turkeys that I was keeping for breeding. Yeah. If Bev won't can it, I'm not canning it. My first turkeys were named Christmas and there you go. Christmas and Thanksgiving. They want to live too, right? Ooh, roast vegetables and basmati rice. That sounds good. Bev, all animals are a living, breathing creation from God, and they are alive and deserve respect and caring as we care for our family. Absolutely. Absolutely. So when we first decided we were going to raise chickens, where we came from, we used to take them to the slaughterhouse. And I'll never take an animal to a slaughterhouse again, ever. It stunk of bleach and guts and death and fear. Hate slaughterhouses. Hate them, right? So when we moved up here, we found out that there aren't many of them around. So we had, if we were going to raise something, we had to learn how to dispatch it and process them ourselves. And that started with our first batch of chickens up here, right? And I had Howie said, I want nothing to do with it. I had him take pictures, and I had to, with my little digital camera, and he had to stand far, far away while I cut off its head and blanched scalded them and plucked them and gutted them. And the way I did it, I had to do it in a way, I didn't cut off their head. I put a 2x2 across their neck. and I put my feet on either side of it, stood on it, and I just broke the neck. And I prayed over those animals. I always have, always will. And I thank them. Because of them, they were going in my freezer and my family could eat healthy, wholesome food. Right? But we had to get to that point because we had always just taken them to the slaughterhouse. Becoming a homesteader and dispatching your own animals really makes you think about, like I watched this. Terry McKinney, you email me, please, at Seeds of USA. Is it Seeds of USA, Seashell? Seeds of USA, the email address. I need your email address, or I can't send you your list. I've lost it somehow. So you have been told, Terry McKinney. Seashell, God love you, will give you the email address. There's Terry McKinney. I'm not brave. But I will never go back. We pray to, I believe it's our responsibility to raise and butcher ourselves if we are going to continue to eat meat. It's not possible for us right now. Is it too late to join? Oh, way too late to join. The cutoff date was the 14th of January, guys. And I had people, come in after the fact, and it's like, sorry, my email is on out of office. That means I'm not taking any more, right? My ex-mother-in-law killed a chicken in front of me and threw the chicken with its head cut off towards me, and I almost lost it. See, that's wrong. Right? Before we ever butchered our first, now I butchered chickens with a friend before, but it was not something I wanted to remember, and it wasn't something I did it, but I didn't like it, right? So, well, you all know the story about me sticking my hand up the inside the first chicken and it squawking with no head on, and me having almost a heart attack. But when we moved here and we decided we're going to do it, we had to figure out a way where it wasn't going to be horrifying for us, for them, for us, whatever, right? We wanted to make the process more reverent. Does that make sense? What's going on with health challenges, Doris? You can email me, eh? Okay, Joe, I'll check that. So I've had turkeys jump out of the cone. Oh, you need a bigger cone, right? So anyway, I went to the University of YouTube. This was before I had a channel, right? She thought it was funny too. Well, I think that's cruel. And I think that's not a good way to teach a child how to respect life by making you afraid of it. That's not funny. That's cruel. Okay? We got the biggest cone. They just weren't finished bleeding out. Have you ever tried tying their feet together over a clothesline? And then, no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. So anyway, okay, Doris, thank you. So I did all this research on YouTube before they started taking down these videos. And I remember watching one guy kill a pig. And he brought his son in. His kid was like 7 or 8 years old. And he brought him in to show him how it's done. Now, this guy had an electric winch. And he winched that pig up. And it was screaming and squealing. And his son was you could see that his son was, horrified. And he went, and his father turned at him basically and said, "This is life, grow up," and put the electric bullet thing between the pig's eyes. How is that supposed to teach a child where their food comes from and respecting life? Pretty sure that kid turned into a vegetarian, right? So I went through all these videos and I looked for the most humane way to kill a chicken. And I had it by the feet. I had it under my arm. And then I laid it down on the ground and I put a 2x2 over its neck. And I thanked it and I said a prayer and I stepped on it and I pulled. And I prayed before I put that board over its neck because I didn't want to make it wait. Nothing worse than saying, okay, why is there a board over my neck? And have to wait for that prayer to end. You know what I mean? So, Doris. Hey, Treasure Rescue, Queen Bean. So that's when our homesteading journey really began. And then once we realized, we want to do laying hens and we want to do meat birds and turkeys. The first time I did it, I just got, I can't remember. I hatched a bunch. But the truth is from there until now, all life, hey, Sam Dex, all life is precious. Whether we're taking it for sustenance or putting something out of its misery that is dying and ill and in pain, or we're harvesting it for candy. All life, and I'm talking plants too. Why? Because people for too long have decided or been taught or been funneled into the mindset that their food grows in plastic bags and styrofoam plates. And that we are somehow separate and dominant over the planet. We are not separate and dominant over the planet. We are a part of the planet. We are not living on the planet. This is a big misconception for people. We are part of the planet. We are born. We die. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We go back. The sleeve that we are born into goes back to the earth in one way or another. It's only our soul that moves on, right? So we have to respect everything, including the squirrels that are living in my roof of my porch, which Howie's going to fix, and I know how. But we're not going to turn them out until the spring. Or, yeah, we don't want them mating in there. So what I'm saying is all life deserves respect. Whether you're pinching off potato bugs and saying, sorry, dude, you don't belong on my potato plant. Or you're thinning out, your baby seedlings. Oh, I'm sorry. Or you're transplanting, little baby. All life deserves love, the energy of love and respect, right? All life. We are no bigger and no better than the lowliest amoeba. We are all of God. We are all of the Creator. That's everything, even the rocks. And I happen to think rocks give awesome energy. I love rocks. So, I'll admit I've seen chickens and pigs being dispatched, but I can't do it myself. My grandmother used to do it for me. Hi, Andrew. How's Yorkshire today? The prescription alone has relieved my anxiety. I'm so happy. Well, if you have anxiety, be careful. Don't do too high of a sativa or even too high of an indica. Because I was talking to somebody once and they said, oh, I got some anxiety over that purple kush. And I went, why? And they said, I don't know. I just had an anxiety attack. And I said, really? And it turned out that even though it's a body stone, right? The purple kush, that is so high of an indica that it makes your body just go boneless and you kind of melt into the couch. That causes some people anxiety. that they can't get up and, they don't want to, it's like, okay, what am I going to do now? I can't move, right? So, absolutely. Canada is a bit troubled with assisted end of life. No good. Well, I have no opinion on that issue. I have no idea what you mean by Canada is a bit troubled with assisted end of life. I have heard that they've offered it to people who are a drain on the system. No. On one hand, you've got the government. Okay, this is going to be my political statement for the day. On one hand, you got the government who's interfered with our lives for almost 3 years, manipulated and fear-mongered our lives for almost 3 years. And then they wonder why suicides are up 40%. And then they put us, now we got to put into mental health and everybody's anxious and post-pandemic trauma is real. And yes, it is. But now the government's like, we've got hotlines and all this stuff. You created that problem. Those are the people who are suffering anxiety as of a result of the pandemic, not the people who were suffering anxiety before. But now, okay, one hand, they're offering mental health services. And on the other hand, they're offering people assisted suicide. Sorry. What's wrong with that picture? Just saying. As I tell everybody, if it ever gets bad, I'm pretty sure it's just take me out in the woods and drop me because I don't want to be a drain on anybody. No, that's not right. You are alive for a reason. I can't read all these comments. I can only see so many. So you are alive for a reason. You are here right now on this, with this planet, not on, living with this planet for a reason. And it's nobody's business but the Creator's when you need to die. Do you understand? Drain or no drain. Don't be saying shit like that, Lacey Black. Now, I've said it. My dad said it. If I have to be looked after, I don't know who I am. Just give me a bag of marbles and send me out on the 401, which is, 4-lane highway, 6-lane highway, right? That's awful, Sherry Leach. Hey, Nancy. So we have no right to end our own lives. Why? Because it's a gift from the Creator that only He knows when it's supposed to end. And I'm sorry if you're suffering and you're in pain and you'd rather be dead. Okay? But there's a reason you're there. You need to think about that. You need to, even as you're dying from a terminal illness, you need to ask yourself, what does my Creator want me to get out of this experience? Because obviously, until I get it, He's not going to let me go. Right? Every single experience in your life, bad, good, or indifferent, is there for a reason. It doesn't mean God put bad things in our life. All bad and horrific things that happen in our universe are because of decisions and choices entities and people have made. All good things come from the Creator. All good things. God is love. The Creator is love. All right? So I'm not going to judge anybody if they choose assisted suicide for a terminal illness. Okay? I'm not going to judge. Why? Because it's not my place to judge. I can only judge my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I can't, so it's not up to me to say that whether that's right or wrong. But I will say, I understand if someone gets to that point. I can understand how that could happen. Not everybody's meant to go all the way to the end, to the aha moment. Right? The aha moment where you meet your creator. Right? Not everybody is ready for that final, okay, this was what I was supposed to learn. And then comes the big smile. And you go, okay, pass go, collect your eternity, sort of thing. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you this is the way I see things. This is the only way I can make sense. Right? The 10 Commandments are awesome. And if we could all live by them, dude. But it's all left up to our own interpretation, isn't it? That's why God gave us free will. So, what I'm saying is, if ever you get to a point where you think you're facing a brick wall that you can't see your way around, stop banging your head off the brick wall. Ask for help. Reach out to people. Reach out to hotlines. Somebody out there knows what you're going through. Somebody out there has been what you have been, what you're going through. Somebody else has been there, and they'll help you around the wall because they survived it. Do you understand? So, exactly. People's decisions are theirs and between them and their creator alone. And I have no right. Nobody has any right to judge whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Me personally, I can't see me, throwing God's gift back in his face like that. Me personally, I would probably be, if God help me, if I ever get to the point of pain where I am no longer mobile and I am a drain on people, because those thoughts will cross my mind. But I got to remember, why am I there? Why am I here? Why am I experiencing this? There has to be some kind of lesson that I'm learning, right? Because everything that happens to us in life, decisions we make, accidents, celebrations, revelations, all these things we're meant to experience. They're either a lesson that we need to learn from or a blessing that we need to recognize. Just saying. I'm not telling you folks what to believe. I'm just sharing the way I see things. And they change from time to time as I grow and learn more. I'm 59 years old. I'm still growing, kids. I'm still growing. If you couldn't do anything for yourself and you were a vegetable, well, Howie has his instructions. Hey, dear, if I'm on life support and Howie can hold my hand and he can talk to me until he is convinced, not the doctors, not everybody else, until my husband is convinced that I've given up the fight and I'm no longer in the building, then he has the right to say, okay, it's time, pull the plug. And I have that right too. But he also knows that until he knows in his heart of hearts I'm done, he will fight for my life. It's that simple. Really, Joe? Is it your birthday today? Hey, dear, not until if I'm on life support or you're on life support, it's not until, not the doctors, not family, not anybody else. It's either, if I'm on life support, it's when you come to the realization that I've left the building that you will pull the plug. Until that, you will fight for me. And I will do the same for him. Exactly. You saw it here. It's on video. And unless I retract that statement, that's my last living will and testament so far. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweet Joe Mama. Happy birthday to you. Feel better soon. Mwah. Mwah. Hey, now if you haven't been here from the beginning, please go back and rewatch the beginning, because I made announcements about the seed exchange that everybody has to know. Okay. Well, I used to sing pretty, but thank you. Now I just, belt. That's what my dad used to call me. He used to call me Kate Smith or Ethel Merman or something. You belted out like Ethel Merman. There's no business like show business. Anybody who remembers Ethel Merman will recognize that alone. Hey, Deb R., I came in late, but will enjoy your wit and wisdom anytime. Well, just saying, if you're just coming in now, or you came in halfway through and you're in the seed exchange, please go back and watch the first 10 minutes of this again so that you can get the announcements I made. All right. Because I just do not have the chutzpah to do that again. Thank you, Joe. I love you, Joe. And I will check your email. Well, thank you, Linda Bob. Hey, Penn Smith, how's it going? Well, is your dinner warm, dear? No, you go right ahead. I'm just going to have an egg sandwich and some dried apples. Supper tonight. Hey, Cal, how are you, darling? Singing praise to the Creator. Absolutely. Because here's another thing that I firmly believe. All music. Okay, let's not say believe. This is what I think. This is my idea, okay? Carol Channing, oh my God. I can't even do that. The teeth. Well, God gave me life, and I will not, no matter under the circumstances, leave it up to Him to take my life. You will not leave it up to God to take your life? We have scrambled eggs and toast for dinner tonight. I'm just going to have, a double egg sandwich, meaning 2 bread, 2 eggs, not 2 sandwiches, right? Coughing just won't leave. It won't come up either. Oh, baby, just keep plugging. And you can't have the Mucinex, eh? Try something else with an expectorant in it, like something really like Benylin hard mucus. I think it's called. I forgot what I was going to say. Song, music. All music started out, if you think about this, whether you believe in cavemen or not, but all music started out as prayer. The dancing around the fire, to bring on the buffalo for the hunt. Drumming and celebration. All music started out as communicating with the gods or the Creator. That's where it started. And so to me, music is a form of prayer. And there is a reason why there are certain songs that I won't play or sing anymore, because I realized I was feeding them my energy and they were really negative. Right? So I honestly think we have been being dumbed down, not for the last 10 years, not for the last 20 years, for thousands of years. We have been being, well, not thousands, for hundreds of years, we've been being dumbed down that music is just entertainment. Music is just expression. But when you put words together in song and you give it your energy, what are you doing? Right? What are you doing? You're giving energy to the words and the music, and it becomes a prayer. So be really careful about, I don't want to hear, oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's the devil. That's all schlep, and that's an act. He's never been anything but a wonderful man who had a lot of horrible addictions. Okay? But there are bands out there, that aren't necessarily schlep, right? People think of it. And they do concerts deliberately to fire up the energy in the room to give power to what they're putting out there. So, no, I'm not saying take your kids' Van Halen records away, okay? I'm not saying, don't let them listen to Ghost and stuff. I'm saying be aware. Make them aware. All right? Don't thump them upside the head with a Bible. Just make everybody be aware that when you put words and music into song, it's a direct connection with whatever the energy is and the words you're doing it to. You understand? Nancy Nadeau, was it difficult to start your own channel? Mullein leaf tea with sage will help bring up. My kids took mine. It's like signing a contract with our reading it. Look what the lyrics say. Yeah, well, I don't do that, right? I mean, yeah, Briar goes to Slayer concerts and Howie goes to Slayer concerts. They went and saw. Was it Ghost, dear? Was it Ghost you guys went and saw? Satan! Yeah. And for the life of me, I can't get some people to understand that that's just not an energy I want to support. And that's my decision. Right? So I'm just saying, be careful. I'm just saying, be careful. Right? I hear pineapple is good. Oh, pineapple juice. You got pineapple juice, Joe? Because that's really good for breaking up phlegm. Yeah, well, he's got dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Ozzy Osbourne does. Right? So anyway, these are just my thoughts and things on a Sunday. You know what I mean? When I'm saying happy birthday to somebody, I'm celebrating their life. Period. Full stop. Right? So I no longer make fun of I listen to music, but I hear it more now. Right? And it's always been a huge part of my life. Always has. Anyway, see, I like Christmas songs too, and it doesn't matter whether or not you believe that Christ is God. Some people do, some people don't. The music is beautiful, right? The music, old Christmas music is all about, God giving us another chance. If we just listen to Christ. Christ was a good man with a good message, a great man with a good message. You know what I mean? Anyway, I have to go because it's been over an hour and it's supper time. Oh, I want to see Carmen though, old time Italian lady. I want to see Carmen. I want to see the Nutcracker. I want to see Swan Lake. So those are 3 classical events I want to see. All right. Now you all know what I'm going to say next is we're going to say, oh, I forgot to tell you. Yes, squirrel. Somebody asked me what's for supper. It's leftovers. Howie's having leftover goulash from Friday and leftover meatloaf from Thursday. So all I did, and this is if you don't want to microwave food but you want to heat it up, I put it in a Pyrex pie plate, put it over a pot of simmering water, and put a lid over the food, and it warmed it up. Spam and scallop potatoes. There you go, quick and easy. Anyway, now it's time for us to close with a prayer, and this is not. You're not going to be judged if you don't want to stay for this. Not everybody is there. Period. Full stop. Now, this is not about religion. This is about us reaching out hearts and hands and coming together and connecting with your faith, your creator. I'll connect with mine. You connect with yours. Okay. You don't want to stay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Nobody judges here. The only person we have a right to judge is ourselves, right? Because that's between us and our creator, always. So let's do some deep breathing. All right, Stephen, I love you, sweetheart. Mwah. Let's all take some deep breaths and let's lift each other up, and especially those that are in most need and those who have no one else praying for them, right? So, I got to blow my nose. Sorry, folks. It's just if I start, I don't want anything, How's your dinner, dear? Was it hot enough? Did you turn the pot off? Awesome. Breathe in the positive and release the negative. Hey, God, creator of all. How's it going? Thank you, God, for the love and the enlightenment and the sharing and all that stuff that we've come together for today, how we've lifted each other up and shared each other's ideas. And God, there's, people that are struggling, people that are sick, people that are, facing diagnoses that are terrifying, people that are alone, neglected, rejected, addicted, frightened, losing their memories, losing their hearing, losing their eyesight. God, we lift all of these people up to you so that the light of your love can shine down upon them and that they feel your love, even if they don't understand where it's coming from. And please, God, fill us so full of your light that we glow. And as we link hearts and hands, we walk forward, dispelling the darkness in our wake, because we are glowing with the light of God's divine love. And it pushes back the darkness. And hopefully lights the way for more people to come forward and take refuge in the light of your love. Thank you, God. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part, miigwech. Walk in the light of God. Peace be with you. Whatever language you use to talk to your creator and to connect with your faith, we all know love is the universal language of God. So let's just always, go there, right? Good night. God bless. I will see you guys on Thursday. And if you're just here, remember to go back and watch the first 15 minutes to get the announcements, okay? I love you.